Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
My name's Joseph. I'm from Buffalo, New York. Lifelong Browns fan, approximately 55 years. I'm so disappointed with this season and the way things are going, all the dissension and so on. And I can't help but think, I know I'm beating a dead horse, but if we had Baker Mayfield sit out that 21 season and started fresh in 22, it would have been 5 years with Stefanski as his offensive coordinator. And I only think that we would have accelerated with him and things would have been so much better if we had that and also all our draft picks. So I think this regime needs to be overhauled for a bunch of different reasons, and I wouldn't mind if Mike Vrabel was hired as head coach. I know you got to get a GM first, but I don't know, maybe bring back John Dorsey.
We'll get into that a little bit later relative to Dorsey. A lot of people want to talk about John Dorsey. We'll do that a little later in the show. Tim, Baker Mayfield is playing better. I will give people that. It wasn't going to happen here. And the relationship between he and Kevin Stefanski deteriorated. Mayfield wanted to try to play through that. He wanted to try to get a long-term deal, and it didn't work out. He wasn't going to be the player that he is now if he stayed with the Browns. I am confident in saying that without question.
I agree with you, and there's a big reason why. His name is Mike Evans. We talked about it before the show. Mike Evans is probably going to be a Hall of Fame receiver at some point. I mean, we talked about it before the show that, does Johnny Manziel win his Heisman Trophy if he doesn't have Mike Evans those 2 seasons at Texas A&M? And the Browns simply didn't have a receiver in the Mike Evans stratosphere. And with Mike Evans going down the last couple of weeks with his injury, you see that the effect that has on Baker Mayfield. He just hasn't been as good the last couple of weeks. Obviously, he had a great 2023 season. I'm not trying to take anything away from that. Great for him that he won a playoff game, and he had the Buccaneers within striking distance of beating the Lions in Detroit in the divisional playoff. But just he's kind of proven that he's a quarterback that you can win with, but not necessarily because of. There's nothing wrong with that, but if you're trying to win a Super Bowl, the best way to do it is to have a quarterback that you win because of. And I just don't know if Baker Mayfield is that guy. He's better, but I just don't know if he's into that tier yet.